Hey guys, this is Andrew. Today we're going to be looking at 3D printing, its origins, its uses, how exactly it works, and what it could do in the future. Now, the name 3D printing is pretty self-explanatory. It's like a printer, only except for flat pieces of paper. It prints 3D objects, nothing fancy or technical. It can't print you a new heart or a fully functional smartphone. It's pretty limited, but it does have some potential. Let's use keys as an example, like your house keys. Pop the information into the printer and watch it go. A plastic copy of your house keys has just been made. Kinda neat, right? But how exactly does it work? Additive manufacturing, or AM for short, is a means of creating objects by adding layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of material until you have a desired object. 3D printing is a part of that technology. It can't do anything groundbreaking like creating complex life forms, or even creating fruits or vegetables, but it can help with certain advances in industry. For example, cutting down on the cost for manufacturing simple parts. When companies wanted to manufacture something, they had to outsource their resources out of country and wait to get their supply back. This method would take months until they could finally sell their product. Now, everyone is interested in cutting down the cost of a product. The person selling the product and the person buying the product both benefit. By cutting out the middleman, we save on time and labor while still producing the same exact product. The soles of a shoe would take months to be ordered from one country, created by another, and then shipped back to the former to be put together in an assembly line. If we use 3D printing, the soles of a shoe can be made in-house. You never have to wait months for shipping. Apply this method to multiple industries: jewelry, cars, aircraft, computers, toys. Practically all forms of industry will see a massive benefit. For the time being, 3D printing is too slow and too expensive to be fully implemented in a mass setting, so there are some walls that must be cleared first. But it's not hard to imagine it being the standard for factories in the future. When AM technology was invented back in the early 80s, implementation was slowly being developed. A Japanese man by the name of Hideo Kodama invented the AM technology back in 1981, and in 1984, Chuck Hull advanced that technology to create 3D printing. What Chuck improved upon the original model was to allow for data to be input into the system so that any simple design could be made. This allowed them to customize the information so the printed object could take different shapes. During the early 2000s, the first 3D printed human organ was implanted inside of a person. The synthetic scaffolds of a human bladder was coated with cells from the patient. This ensured that the patient's body would not reject a new organ. As medical research continued, parts of a kidney were created and put together to be fully functional. Scientists could also use 3D printing to bioprint human blood vessels, truly an invention with great potential. Today, the prices for 3D printing continues to shrink, and the accuracy of the technology will continue to increase. If you were to buy your own 3D printer, you could use a program to customize the shape and print it out yourself. In a home setting, you could print out little toy soldiers and give them to a nephew as a birthday present. Or you could design your own custom art sculptures en masse, paint them, and sell them online. As the technology continues to move forward, the possibilities will continue to rise. I don't know if they will be able to do anything, like allow you to print out your own cheeseburger, or make multiple copies of iPhones, etc., but it will be an interesting future. Well, that's my presentation on 3D printing. I hope it was clear and informative, even though it was slightly rushed. Have a great day, everybody.